Hi guys, I just gotta put this thing in a little bit. How you guys doing? I'm driving home, right? Hopefully I can remember my way here. I must, I'm in Connecticut. Why? These people drive so horrible. Eeks. Anyway, I'm in Connecticut, guys. Um, I just came to just talk to you guys a little bit about restaurants, service industry. You know, like a lot of times, people go to restaurants, go to nail salons, and you're tipping these people, and they don't even deserve it. To tell you the truth, they just don't deserve it. Like the service is horrible. That's why I like the Japanese culture. They don't tip. You get their service, you pay for what you get, and that's it. In Japan, you know, these restaurants, guys, some of them just look pretty. These restaurants, these salons, they just look pretty ugly, basically. You know, me, I prefer you got levels to this thing, right? So I prefer excuse me, the newer restaurants, the people that's trying to open their restaurants, but they're not quite there yet. Um, you know, they're looking for customers basically, but the food is good. You know, not like these supposed to be 5-star restaurants, but the food is just mediocre. They just got a pretty design. That's it. It's very mediocre. You know, and then after the restaurant charge so much money, and they have the nerves to want you to tip, and then when you tip these people, they gotta share their tip. When you're in the restaurant business, they share their tip. Cash as well, they share their tip. When you go to the car wash, they got the big this big thing, little box for you to tip, and they share their tip because they don't pay them that much, you know. But if they're gonna work for tip, they need to be decent to the customers, don't you think? You know, it's just like when I was doing hair, like. You work for that tip. You put your little your little magic on the hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't force the customer to give you a tip. You don't force the customer to give you a tip. The customer give you a tip because when you turn the customer around in the mirror, it's like bam. You know, you want to give them a because the work is so amazing. Actually took their time. You know, I just came from this restaurant, guys, because as I'm out here doing my Uber, I only have certain restaurants that I stop in. And so I stopped into this restaurant. I'm in Connecticut right now. And it wasn't the best, I could tell you that. You know? And the girl, she bring the food, she was recommending stuff, right? But I could tell she was new. She know nothing. Where am I going? Am I going north or am I going south? Okay. She knew nothing. That's why when you're driving, you gotta know your direction. My Taurus acting up. So she knew nothing, right? The girl she sat at the table, and I'm like, I really just want a salad with some chicken on it. How hard could that be? But I'm out here. I always stop at Italian restaurants, right? Because I feel like they're pretty good. From my experience, they're pretty good. I can't complain. So the thing about it is, the girl, I'm asking her, listen, I need bread with my salad, garlic knots, call it whatever you want to call it. That's what I need with my salad, right? And she told me that I have to pay for the bread. I said, what? In an Italian restaurant, you got to pay for the bread? I go to a lot of restaurants. I'm like, I never had to pay for the bread. She come back and she told me, oh, sorry, wrong information. Well, don't you think you should get that information first before you come and say what you said? Make sure you have the right information. You're actually working now. You should know these things. Study your menu. You should know these things. But I think that she was fairly new. Anyway, so I give her a pass. It's fine. You know? Let me grab my little juice here, guys. Do you guys bring juice in your car? And different things? Water, different things. Oh, I love this car. What is this? What a classy car. You erased it? Nice. Oh, that's one thing I like about this. Is not Long Island, guys. I'm in Connecticut, but in Long Island, They have the classic, if you're into cars, the classic nights where they bring out their fancy cars. I love it. I love cars. Anyway, so she brought the food. You know, she was telling me, oh, the salad that they have two salads. One is like could feed two people, and then the other one could feed four. So I said, okay, give me the one that could feed two people. You see when the salad come? When the salad come, it's like a little salad, like what I call like a side salad. You know? I said, what? What is this? You know? She said, oh, sorry about that. Girl, this is a side salad. Get it together. Go take a course or something. If you're going to be in an industry, guys, you need to really study. When you get the job, I'm in Danbury, Connecticut, guys. I just seen the sign. And plus, they don't have good reception here. I can't read the comment because I'm driving. They don't have good reception here, so I hope I don't get cut off. But anyway, you need to study what they have on the menu and different things like that. You know, some people are going to ask questions. Some people are not just going to sit down and eat. They want to know, you know, what do you recommend, blah, 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 different things, you know. Stuff like this tomato, olives, onions, and some cheese on top of it. She never ever tell me about the cheese. I don't even like cheese, so I'm already pissed. And then on top of that, when the salad came, it was just like the cube of salad, the cube, you know what I mean? Like they did it like in a cube. Ugh. Anyway, I wasn't happy, but I just gave her a little $4 tip. I'm not gonna lie, I did. The salad was something like $16, and I gave her a $4 tip. I was so pissed off, you know. But it's all right. I ate. Basically, that's it. It wasn't. I don't like to eat my food, and it's not satisfying. I'm not happy, especially when you're paying $20 for a meal. You know, I could have waited and go home and cook some fish or something. But it's okay. I just came to tell you guys, just about the service industry. These people, they want tip, but they don't. I don't think they deserve it. You know, I think you let the customer, back in the days, let the customer get the tip, just because the food was good or the service was good. You know, sometimes. Perfect example. When I get my nails done in Long Island, the supposed to be suburban neighborhood then, right? When I get my nails done there, to me, the place just look nice. They can't do nails like the ghetto girls, right? They can't. I don't care what nobody want to say that on here. They can't do nails like the ghetto girls. They can't. The ghetto girls could do design, which I don't really get design, and they get it done. For instance, I used to get the gel, right? And in the suburban neighborhood, they do the gel, but when they have to remove it, they use the you gotta do the foil and sit there and wait for hours and stuff. But when I go to the ghetto in the hood, the girls use the machine that off 1, 2, 3. You know, like right now my nails need to be done. I'd rather go to Brooklyn to get it done, but look how far I gotta go. You know what I mean? Danbury and Connecticut do nice nails too, but they close early, you know? It's another thing I love about the hood. They close later. So this is what happened. So when I went to what they call fluent neighborhoods, right? The nail is like $120, right? For your foot and your toes. For your foot and your nails, right? Depending on what you're getting done. So then when I went in the hood, the girl was like $60. I was like, $60? You sure? She was like, yeah, $60. I'm like, what? $60? Girl, come here. I'm like, here's a $20 tip. Because I couldn't believe it was so cheap and so good. And today, that's the best manicure I ever got. You know? And she kept on saying, gel, get the gel. Like she was recommending stuff to me. And then when I came into the suburban neighborhood, I had the gel on my nail, and the lady told me, you should get the gel. I didn't understand, so now I get the gel. Not the gel, the powder. You know, just recommendation, different things. The salons look nice, clean, everything, all of them, even the ones in the ghetto, they clean and everything. But I prefer the person that's sitting down, you know, to talk to me, tell me about my nails, what do I need, stuff like that. Not just sit down and nothing, no conversation, nothing. Like when you get up, you're not happy with your nails. If you're not happy, they want to change your polish, nothing, you know? So I'm just telling you guys, the service industry, you gotta, when you're servicing people, you gotta care about what you're doing. Yes, it's a service. You're providing a service, you know? And you go above and beyond just because you love what you're doing, because you love it. You absolutely love it. Like how I love to do this here, the Uber. You know, I told you 3 times already, I get like $100 tip. For one, the last one was for a 15-minute ride. You know why I got $100 tip? Physical tip. She gave me cash because I said her mother was sick, and I was just giving her the spiritual counseling, you know. And then when I dropped her off, she gave me $100 tip. I'm like, I came out the car, I said, "Miss, I think you gave me too much." And she said, "No, that's for you." I was like, "Okay, thank you." You know? And the first time that happened to me was, he's also now my private customer. Yeah, you know, he gave me $100 tip, and then he called me for extra work off the app. I'm like, yeah, you feel me? Because you go above and beyond. You do. People could tell when you like what you do, man. People could tell when you're just working for the money and when you really, really, really like what you do. People could tell. It's definitely a difference. Guys, I hope I'm going in the right direction. I hope I'm going in the right direction. I'm going back to HPN Airport. Do you guys know that White Plains have their own airport? I love working from that airport because if I drop a customer off, Uber only allows you to work in, well, I shouldn't say that. If you have a TLC plate, the TLC plates before the number, then you can pick up anywhere, right? But if you don't have a TLC plate, you gotta only work in a suburban neighborhood. So if I drop somebody from, I don't know, White Plains to LaGuardia, I cannot pick up somebody in LaGuardia. So it doesn't make sense to go there. Because what I got to do when I get to I got to drive all the way out to Long Island. Because why would it make sense for me to come all the way back out here? It just doesn't. You know? It doesn't. Anyway, guys, that's all I got to say. You know, I just want to come on here and give you guys the information. Whatever you're doing, do it with love. Do it from your heart. All right? Because it could show. It shows. People can tell when your heart is closed off and when it's open. And that goes for everything. And plus, if you don't know how to do this and do that, listen, right now they have seminars all over the place. They either have seminars like online. You can find that with the Eventbrite, with the Zoom, seminars everywhere for your industry. So it's no excuse these days. You don't know AI, go learn. You know, that's why they're saying AI is going to take over all your industries because you guys give horrible service. Horrible service. What an attitude too, you know? Nobody want to be giving, I do not want to give somebody a tip that has an attitude with me. And you know, you just feel forced. No, not going to do it. You don't have to. When you tip in, it's because the person provides excellent service. That's why. And some of these places want to tell you how much to tip. I don't care. I don't go by that. I tip what I want to give out of my heart, what I think the person deserves. And if it's $4 like today, that's what she deserves and that's what she's going to get. That's what she got. Nobody worked with me. Nobody put money in my pocket, so they're not going to tell me how much to tip. That's what I think the girl deserves, and that's what she got. $4. Okay? Ugh. And that's another thing. You can tell, like, when you eat on the food and the food is not served and stuff with love, I'm telling you that your stomach hurt afterwards. It does. You know? It is what it is. I just wanted to tell you guys that, you know, it's anything, you know? Some people, even when they deliver the Uber Eats or the Grubhub or whatever they deliver into your house, Yeah, they want tip, and they should get tip because they go in to shop for you. You know, I don't like shopping, and I don't like doing the laundry. So they go in to shop for you. They're picking off stuff off the shelf and everything, and when they come, you don't give them a tip. So it works. It works both ways. You know, if they providing the service for you, then yeah, go ahead and tip them. I always tip the Uber Eats person, but I don't order Uber Eats anymore. No, because a couple of times I ordered the Uber Eats, and um when the Uber Eats come, some of the things are omitted out of my cart. What's the sense? You might as well go get it yourself. They were too lazy to go shop for your thing, you know. This is some, you guys know, ginger juice, you know, so good. Different things. I had it in the car for this morning because sometimes when I don't feel like eating, those are the things I bring in my car. Just juice, cause it's okay too to just juice, you know. You have your juice and you just drink. Some of the times you're only thirsty anyway. You're not even hungry, which is why I start eating once a day now. If I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat. I don't know if it's a bad habit or not, but excuse me, guys. That's what I've been doing for like almost a month now. Not because I want to do it, it's because I'm not hungry, so I don't want to eat. You know? Period. So I'm almost to my destination. That says 29, 28. I come off. I didn't even have to use the navigation. Because you guys need to know your direction. North, south, east, and west. I asked this girl something today, right? She's in the service industry. She's a content creator, and she tells people, you know, just different ideas about digital business and stuff. So I asked her a question, and she tells me she don't think it's a good idea, and I love that she told me that because that made me now. It pushes me because why would God give me this idea if it's not a good idea? That's what I want to tell you guys. Don't let somebody form your opinion of yourself in the download that you got. She said no, but God said yes, honey. So we'll see. You guys will hear about it. You know, when I take the action and let it happen, you guys will hear about it. It's a journey. It's a whole journey, guys. We're in this together. All right? So that's what I want to say. If you are in the service industry and you servicing people and you have an attitude, it's better you don't come to work that day. Just don't come, because people could feel you. People could feel your heart, guys. People could feel if you're a lovable person. People could feel it. All right? And then you want to tip. Just don't come to work. Stay home. Let your co-worker make all the money that day. You ever see the people that when you go to the restaurant, they smiling, they happy, they coming back and forth to ask you if you're okay, do you need anything else? Yeah, you go above and beyond. Those people are going to get some excellent tips, right? Because they're working. They're actually working for their money. I wonder what will happen if I take this way all the way down. It's going south, so it must reach a location. Ugh. I would try it, but there's a lot of traffic right now. So I'm going to get off at my right exit. Let's see what I might do. What's this all about? Yeah, I'm done with the road today, guys, man. I'm done with the road today. Enough is enough. You got to know when to fold. And I'm folding right now. I know a lot of people that do the Uber for 12 hours, but that's not me. 8 hours is good enough for me. It's done. I'm not killing myself for money. Whatever portion that I get for today, it's enough for me. It's all good, you know? So anyway, guys, I hope this helped. What to do, God, what to do. I want to go see how. There's a lot of traffic over here. I'm going to see how. I'm going to have to probably get off of this and use my navigation. But I think that if I'm going south, this must reach down where I'm going. That's what I'm thinking, you know? But anyway, thank you guys for listening to me ramble. I appreciate you guys so much. I couldn't get to reply or read the messages, but thank you anyway. Whether it was nasty or whatever you guys wrote down there, it's fine. I don't take it personal anymore. I learned how to detach from all of these things. We'll talk about that soon. All right, guys? Take care. Thank you.